Hey guys, Kolby here of the Nonsense Knights, and this time we're in Farm Sim 15 with another guide. This time I'm going to show you how to more or less beat the game in, a couple hours, real quick, real easy. And it's not a hack or anything, it's actual game mechanic. I'm sure some guy will be out on the internet someday like, oh, you can go into game files and just do whatever. But that's not today. Today we're going to go, as you can see, it's a new map. I'm in the United States one. I can't remember what the name of the map is, but there's only two. You'll figure it out. So first of all, you want to go to the shop. You can go to any ATM. It doesn't matter. I just went there because you go there anyway. And you want to withdraw as much as you can. And with that money, you want to buy a chainsaw. Brand doesn't matter. Pick whatever favorite color you have, or brand, or whatever you want to do. Then you also want to get the carry wagon. As you saw there, it's the one with the grapple on it that you load logs on. And once you have that, you want to go to your lumber mill, which this map is lower left-hand corner, and the other one, I don't know if it's Sweden or whatever it is, that's in the upper left-hand corner. This will work on either map; it does not matter. So you're gonna have to work your way down there. It's gonna take a few minutes because it's a long drive, and you see that by the map. And this thing's not exactly a speed demon. So I'll eventually cut down there, and here you are. This is easier with two people. It's not impossible with one person. It's harder, but it's just easier with two people. And you see there, he is cutting it down. That's my buddy Whitmer. If you see any of our videos, he's also in them, a lot of them. And he's cutting down a tree right now. He is pretty new to the game. Not that I've been playing it long, since it just came out a couple days ago. But still. And you see, you cut it down, you knock it over. Then this is the point where you'd usually cut off the limbs and bucket the length and throw it on the trailer and all the normal stuff that you do in a simulator. However, you're not going to do it this time. This time you're going to have one guy driving, and you want to grab the base of the trunk, or any part of the tree actually. It doesn't matter, it's just easier on the trunk because it'll drag nicer. And you just want to grab onto it, like that. Like I said, you can do it yourself, you just grab onto it, and you have to jump between the trailer and the tractor. As you'll see in a minute, it'll slide off from time to time depending how good of a grip you have on it. You have to have a pretty good grip on it, but there's no problem going back and forth. And yeah, so you're just gonna hold on to it like that. And if you can watch the money right now, I have 169, and it'll drag a little hard at times, but you'll see how much this tree is worth. And this isn't the ideal tree. This is one way you can do it without only half doing the, I don't know if you want to call it a cheat or a tip or a guide or whatever you want to call it. But this is one way to do it. You just go around finding regular trees and cutting them down and whatever. And you can see in a minute, as soon as he gets his crap together, he can pick up that tree again. And down in the lumber mill, you'll find the turn-in area is just a yellow square on the ground. So all you gotta do is drive into that. And boop. And you saw there, it went from 106 to 152. You do the math, it's like 30,000 for that tree alone. Now that's not the ideal tree we're going to do. In the game there are placeable objects, you can see there in the menu there, and you can place trees. Well, you can also cut those trees down. As you see, each tree is $7,000. I picked the fir because it's the tallest, straightest tree, which equates to the most money. And you can only place it certain places. You just got to find the right place on the map. And you see here, I'm looking around for one. But once you find them, you can more or less put them side by side. There's no space requirement after that. So just plant as many trees as you like. Just like that. Yeah, one more good measure. Okay. Now, you're going to do the same thing you did with that other tree. You're going to cut it down and you're going to drag it over. As you can see, the money is $89.5. Now it's $183. So that's a $90,000 to $95,000 tree. And you paid $7 for it. So that's whatever, $88,000 profit. That's the whole gist of it. However, if you keep going, you can afford the Scorpion next, which is a feller buncher, for those who want to get technical. And once you do that, it's pretty much game over. You beat the game. So all you're going to do is you're going to plant the fir trees. Fir is the easiest, because it's straight. And you're going to go over and take it off. Right now, Whitmer's in the machine, so, yeah. So we're going to run over to him where we planted those trees. And only certain trees can be cut down by the fellow buncher. So if you plan to do this with a tree other than a fir, you got to be careful which ones you use. As you can see, he's over here. He's trying to line it up. If you never used them before, you open the jaws and you have to wrap it around the tree. And there you are. If you're using the keyboard, you then hit X unless you change the key. It'll cut it down. This is the point where normally you would continue cutting it. It would knock the branches off and cut it to lengths up to 5 meters long if you're using the metric system. Instead, if you just drag it, because this is more or less a death grip, there's no breaking that grip unless you like totally glitch it out. If you drive over top of the tree or something like that, there's no breaking that grip. And you'll just drag along, no issues. You can drag it forwards or backwards, it doesn't matter. It's not much faster forwards, but I always just went backwards. And this is a good point, or a good time to point out that you have to get it in the yellow square. If it's next to it like that, they don't care. It don't matter. But you don't actually have to let go of it. You just gotta swing it over enough that it touches the square, and it will count. And you see it's $4,000. It'll jump up to, you'll find out in a minute as soon as you quit screwing around and gets its shit together. And any minute now. Any minute now. And there it is, $98,000. So that's a $94,000 tree, which isn't bad for the, 30 seconds it took. And you can just do this over and over and over again. As you can see there, I'm up to $815,000. And that's without buying that piece of equipment and several others. So this more or less beats the game. You can buy anything doing it this way. And if you don't want to go too far with it, like I have there, I have stumps and stuff, you can get a stump grinder, grind off the stumps, and just plant it where they were. And that's all there is to it. You pretty much beat the game. You can buy whatever you want, however many of it you want, and anything. And just enjoy the game for what it is. Or you can play it normal. It's up to you. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. Take it easy.